Okay. It looks like we're live, ready to go. Stream's healthy. Thank God for DSL, not cable. Ridiculous. All right, guys, welcome here to the January recap and February forecast. We're going to go through some trends that I'm looking forward for swing trading, a little bit of crypto, and seems like a lot of stuff, but it's really not going to be that much, and also some trading rules as well. Here you can see the current swing trades that we are long right now. So we'll be discussing these swing trades, some other ones as well. But first, let's go ahead and talk about the stats a little bit more. What have we been up to in this last month? Because this month was my best month, but it was also a very sporadic month for me. There was a lot going on. So I do want to talk about that a little bit first, and don't be shy, guys, to leave any questions in the chat or in the comments below if you're watching this on playback, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Also, guys, first, I do want to show you guys something. So if you guys know, in November, December, we were in Florida, and there was this huge painting behind me that my mom painted. It was a picture of a bull. And I just want to let you guys know we officially have, not the original, but we have a print, and it's freaking massive. So this is going to be hanging behind us during the next trading sessions here. I don't know if you guys can even see it. I think so. So this is the beast. This is one of them. So we'll be hanging it on the wall, probably somewhere here, so we can all kind of watch it or see it. So that's going to be pretty sweet. If you guys do want to get your own print, I can get you in touch with my mom. We'll probably have a link to it at one point on Trade Journal. It's flickering in here, isn't it? I'll take care of that in a second. It doesn't matter because we'll be switching screens anyway in a second. Apologize for the flicker. I hope it's not driving you guys insane. Just close your eyes. We also have smaller prints. I feel like I'm trying to sell something right now. My mom, whoa, there they go. My mom sent me 3, and she was all stoked about it. I'm pretty stoked about it too. So we got different size prints. So it's sweet. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys do want a bowl, because there was a lot of interest in it last time, I will let you, or we'll talk about it in the Discord channel. That you can find the link to that, tradejournal.co/connect. And actually, one second here, let me quickly turn off the lights so it's not flickering anymore. And you guys can get one of these things shipped to you. Obviously, they come in all shapes and sizes. They're pretty sweet. So, okay, enough of rambling on that. So let's go ahead and talk about January recap here. Before we dive into the stats, I do want to share a little bit of kind of like my personal, what's been going on. So let's talk about that first. Juan's wondering how much they will be. Oh, actually, Kevin's wondering as well. To be honest, I'm actually not even sure. I should have an answer to that. You know what I'll do? This post is going to be pinned in the comments below, and I will post on the top here, I will post exactly a link to the story so you can get more. I think it's even on Annette Winkler paint store. I think you can get him here, but I'm not. I should have done my homework here, but I didn't even think you guys would ask. So she's got United States of America. Would that make sense? Could be under United. Anyway, oh yeah, here it is. The reason it's holding a tulip is because of the Tulip Mania, right? That happened in here we go, 1637 during the Dutch Tulip Mania. It was one of the first recorded bubbles. So it's the bull, the New York Wall Street bull holding a tulip, and that's my mom. So if actually it looks like, yeah, so the biggest one was this, and then I think the other two sizes, I think it was the 30 and then maybe the 10. I'm not totally sure. I can let's see, add it to cart. Oh, it's $3.89. Boom, there you go. It's $3.89. So it's on my mom's website. I'll go ahead and make sure to add this at the top of the post below. So, okay, guys, a little bit of a tangent there, but this is why we timestamp everything below in the video description. So I apologize for the little bit of a tangent here. It is how it is. Stay with me. Okay, so I'll try not to read everything verbatim, but let me just kind of go through it with you guys. If you have any questions, just, drop them in the comments or in the chat, and then, we'll go through it. So guys, if you remember in January, we had 2 weeks of pretty much no internet. It was miserable. I was borderline getting depressed because we couldn't trade, and the chat room was laggy, and it was just so stressful. So we downgraded from cable to DSL. We left Vodafone. Now we have Telecom. Vodafone, their support team is directly from TD Ameritrade. They were giving me the most ridiculous answers, and I was getting so pissed. I think that was the first time I've ever cursed towards support on Vodafone. And then like 2 days ago, I was like, I got so over the top with TD Ameritrade. God, they've been freaking me out lately. We had some more. We're getting some dev help right now on Trade Journal, so we're going to be coming in with a new import feature really soon. So that should help get your trades documented quicker. I know I'm pretty stoked about that. We're also going to have more stats coming, especially with charts. Right now, Trade Journal is lacking charts. I know. We don't have to talk a little bit too much about this, but we ended January with the crazy GME, AMC, BB, KOSS fiasco, Robinhood fiasco. I mean, GME, this was one of the biggest short squeezes ever. It went from 257 to 15, 13, 12, and pre-market highs. I'm sure you guys are well aware of that. We don't have to dive into it. Meet Kevin. You guys, I'm sure, know his YouTube channel has a really, really good video that dives into what happened. I time-stamped it to an interesting part where you learn about Citadel and the market makers. If you guys have not, I would check it out here. Again, this post right here is going to be in the video description below. And also, if you ever come here to tradejournal.co connect, you can see my profile here. And then on this profile page, you can see my latest posts as well. And one of them is the February recap. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. So last month was my best month for the Gap and Go strategy and the IRA swing trading portfolio. So that was really sweet. But a big thing, and I want to talk about this a little bit in this video, is really, and you guys, if you're on the streams, you probably know this enough, I'm not getting aggressive lately. Today, I got aggressive. I was up $1,900 today before I clicked the wrong button and I gave back $800. But I'm getting aggressive and I'm going in the right direction, so I'm really, really happy. I'm trying to, I made a rule right now to not trade backside moves till the 17th of February, because I've been really fumbling on when the stock starts trending back to the downside. So for example, today we were trading AACG, for example, right? Backside of a move is pretty much when, this is the upside right here, and then all of a sudden the stock breaks the 90 MA, and now we're trending back to the backside. Sometimes this is my bread and butter setup. This is where I make a lot of money buying these dips. Lately, they've been the cause of my biggest losses. And what I've experienced is every time the market is very hot, like it is right now, backside dip buying isn't very good. When the market is slow, backside dip buying tends to be much better for me. So right now, it's just not the market for it. So if you guys don't know what I mean by backside, I have so many videos that cover it. Definitely watch my monthly recap videos. I go into patterns very aggressively, so I'm not going to dive so much into patterns this video, but I will a little bit. I think one thing that is motivating, even though January we're super not aggressive and missed a lot of setups, is that just means there's a lot more upside. There's a lot more improvements I can make, and that's exciting to look forward to. Berlin lockdown has been gray as ever. It's like pretty much gray outside every single day. It's a little bit depressing. Let's go ahead and talk about some of these stats here so you guys can see it black and white. Kevin says he has the same problem with backside dips. Yeah, it's one of those things where, it can work great. Sometimes you even get like 10 trades in a row. They're all green, but they're never going to be that big, right? They're always going to be 2-3%. And then all it takes is holding one of those trades too long. You give back 10%, and boom, you're pretty much back to break even or something like that. So it's a tough strategy. And when the market is aggressive as it is, you get much nicer front side moves. You get great rallies to the upside. And then when the stock turns around, it's aggressive. The stocks fall out of the sky pretty much. So then it's very hard to dip buying, because maybe it has a 2% bounce back to the upside, but then it keeps flushing 5-10%. So it hasn't been working out that well for me. But yeah, pullbacks, Kevin says, are very strong. Appreciate that, John. And Jonathan, and yeah, buying breakouts is not my favorite thing to do, but even that has been, pretty good. So understand the market you're in really is pretty much the sum of it. So with the unlimited in the swing trade accounts, we made 13K last month. So January, here's the date range. A pretty good month overall. We had, if we just go to the day trade account, it's kind of cleared up a little bit more. We made 9,000 from day trading alone. Day trading small caps, exactly what you guys see on the stream every single day. We had a 71% accuracy, so that's a pretty good accuracy. I'm pretty happy about that. This is a little bit of point of concern. My risk reward is pretty much 1-to-1, right? I'm not holding my winners long enough. There's really nothing more to say about that. I've been talking about it pretty much every single day now. So I've been working on it. I did much better today. Today, I was a pretty good trader till that last mistake. That was embarrassing. Jesus. I don't really want to talk about it. We have, more consecutive winning trades. That's really good. Largest winning trade, 15% here. Not too bad. Largest losing trade. The problem with this actually winning trade, it was a partial size. I think I only made like $120 or something like that. Largest losing trade. This sucked. It was a big loss. Is what it is. I still need to do one thing so you guys can go through my whole entire trade journal on your own time. I'm missing that feature. It will be a feature in the future. There is. We didn't do too many swing trades. So let's just quickly here go to the swing trade portfolio. We pretty much have 5 trades. You know what? It shouldn't be showing the open trades, but we closed out VLDR and Laser. These were the companies, VLDR, that were making autonomous driving technology based on LiDAR, and ever since Elon Musk tweeted about it, that it's unnecessary, I pretty much jumped ship on both of them, which ended up being the right decision because they went up a little bit, they went down a little bit, but ultimately they consolidated and it was right to get out of these. That freed up capital. We did a small trade on CCIV. SSPK was really our biggest winner here. Right now I'm talking about swing trades if anyone's curious. SSPK, we had this great rally here, and then we actually ended up buying it back in the 21. So we're long SSPK again, but we took profits near what I thought was the highs, which actually ended up being the high, although I left like 5-6% on the table. But you never sell at the perfect top, and it doesn't even matter. I bought back too soon, but yeah, we are long this ticker. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Hopefully this isn't like confusing, that I'm not jumping around too much. Let me know what if anything's a little bit too hard to follow. So yeah, those are the so that was the SSPK right here. If you guys ever want to, you can always check out my entry comments, my exit comments. I always kind of write a little bit about it. This was 101% return, so that was a pretty awesome swing trade. But even without this swing trade, we would still be up over $10,000. Actually, I think even over $11,000 profit. So no one trade, no one day either should ever make or break you, right? If all hell, if everything fails, all hell breaks loose like yesterday and we lost, that was our biggest red day ever, it should still never make or break you, right? Always keep that in mind. So if you're taking on too much risk in any one day, you could be, stopped out entirely, maybe trading, leverage options or something like that. Be careful because in the long run, freak accidents do happen. So always think risk management. If you could figure that out, everything else will just kind of come naturally at one point. Just live to trade another day, right? My best strategy last month were the pullbacks. I made 7K off pullbacks. I traded it 80 times, 72% accuracy. So if I just didn't do anything else and just only traded upside pullbacks, I would be doing good. My average win here, 4%, pretty nice. So really, really good. Actually, hold on. This is incorporating the swing trade, so that's a little bit fake news here. $4,000, so half of that. 71 consistency here, though. I really need to step up my size and hold them longer. That was my big mistake. So that's what I'm really trying to implement in February. Really, really getting a little bit more aggressive with the holding my breakouts a little bit longer. So All right, so enough of that. Let's keep going here. If you guys are new here, or if you guys are new, don't forget, every morning at 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live. We review the market, pre-market, and then we trade the market open, and then we wrap up around 11. Lately, I've been wrapping up earlier. Not really anything like I want to keep doing. It was just, yesterday I was stopped out and I was done trading. Today we're doing the recap. So, and I just lost a lot of money. So I was like, I'm done trading. So, that's why I stopped today a little bit earlier. Just a little bit about that. So let's talk about February right now. Okay. And before I talk about February, I need a sip of water because I'm going to run myself dry here in a second. And don't forget to drop the like, guys, if you enjoy the content. I really do appreciate it. I'll get better at these recaps. We've been doing them for quite a while, but I feel like there's always so much more I want to include. But then I'm like, I got to include less, right? Less is more sometimes. I'm really focused on those key lessons. So I'm going to try to repeat the key lessons as much as possible, things that I really want to highlight here. Nice, James, 6K last month. Hell yeah, man. That's super awesome. Okay, so I have a new trading rule. I kind of talked about it a little bit. I'm going to call it the TOS 10-minute rule. And I talked about this slightly today, I don't know if you guys remember, if there's even any sign that TOS issues are appearing pre-market, I will not trade any ticker that I'm not prepared to hold for another 10 minutes on TOS. My last, over 5 times now that I've called TOS because the platform went down, I ended up holding a ticker that I couldn't sell or I didn't want to enter. I had no control over. TOS crashed, yada, yada, and they all ended up selling off. So if I'm trading a hot market and I know there's a chance TOS is going to crash, I will not trade any ticker that I'm not prepared to hold for over 10 minutes. Or I'm just not going to trade at all those first 10, 15 minutes. So I hope that makes sense. Basically, I've realized all of my TOS phone call issues where it's just a disaster, platform doesn't work, stock sells off, it could be avoided if I implemented this rule. So that's why I'm going to do it. Basically not trading the first 10 minutes or trading if I am ready technically to hold over 10 minutes. Because a lot of times I'll be trading like a quick red to green move or a dip trade that I don't want to hold more than 50 seconds because I expect it to keep selling off. Right? It sucks because it probably means that I'm going to miss some moves. I'm going to leave some money on the table by not trading. But I think those, missed couple $100 or $1,000, I think is worth the not having those headaches, because those headaches with TOS have ripple effects, right? They cause a lot of stress, and that affects my other trading. So I could be losing much more money that way. Anyway, I don't want to rant about this too long. I was pretty pissed off at TOS. I still am. I spent probably over 10 hours on the phone with them this week. I spoke to 8 different people. One of them even had the audacity, honestly, to make it seem like I was trying to cheat them out of money. I was pretty pissed off. If you guys don't know about it, I made a Reddit post here. I also even filed a complaint to the SEC about it, linked my video. I was pretty furious about this whole situation. Looks like we have 20 upvotes. 44 comments here. Or wait, these numbers just keep on going up. Now they stopped here. So if you guys want to share some of your experience with TOS and what's going on, feel free to go over here to this thread and you guys can talk about it with me. But basically, if you aren't aware of what happened, the whole thing is timestamped in this video right here. Basically, I placed the limit order. The price went below my limit order. Nothing happened. I should have been filled. So I tried to cancel the limit order. That didn't work either. Then randomly, 5 minutes later, I randomly get filled, all of them, and where the price is down now 10%. So randomly, I'm filled for a price that's 10% higher. And then I'm like, what the heck? What do I do now? Then I try to sell it. Also doesn't work. Luckily, a few attempts later, 5 or so attempts later, eventually it sells. But yeah, that was a 10% loss. Just so unnecessary. This I talked about as well. Backside Verbot. Verbot is German for restriction or ban. So I'm giving myself a backside Verbot, which basically means for the next 2 weeks, I will not be trading backside moves. I will not be trading dips. My biggest loss day trading small cap so far, no, not percent wise, but dollar amount. I've been dropping the ball a bit on backside moves, 14-day ban on trading those setups for Wednesday the 17th. I can do it again. We'll see. I need to get it out of my system. I need to like press a reset button, just like how I cut my hair yesterday and cooked a fat daddy dinner. Had a kind of a lot of Privativo. I had a bit of a headache this morning. Just, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of a setup, and, you know, it was actually funny, like the fact that I had my biggest red day yesterday. I had a great day yesterday. You know, I really enjoyed myself. Took some time off, and I think that's really important. Like no person besides you and you know, when you come home from work, so to say, should know if you had a red or green day. You should really detach your emotions from trading. I know it's easier said than done, and you guys definitely saw probably my emotions today on the recap, or when I lost $800 right at the end today. Because that was really silly error. But you know, I'm not gonna like beat myself up about it. It was an honest mistake, and you know, that's it. Thanks, Juan. Let's see what else you guys are writing here. James said same thing happened to me with E-Trade, with SIEB. Oh my god. Would I ever consider doing a test trial on a commission broker like Lightspeed or Cobra? Yeah, I definitely would. I don't think yet, but I think in like 3 to 6 months down the road, I would, because I don't want to free up, or I don't want to hold up $25,000 right now to open a new margin account. I think that's a big reason, but I will probably do that soon. Let's see here. Jason says, made the mistake once with my wife. Will never do that again. Yeah. Yes. You don't want to bring your work emotions back home for sure, Jason. Good observation. Okay, so let's keep talking here. Okay, so now let's get into some swing trades, and let's talk a little bit about where we think things are going. I didn't actually write this down, but I do want to kind of mention it here. Right now, with the Biden administration in charge, guys, and the Congress being Senate and the two houses, the upper and the lower house, basically both houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives, that's what I was trying to think, are Democratic. They're very pro legalization, so we're gonna have probably a really hot cannabis continuation in 2021. So keep an eye out for that. They're very pro EV. Biden wants to switch out the whole entire presidential fleet with EV cars, renewable energy, back into the Paris Accord. So anything renewable energy or cannabis related, just, you know, it's definitely the time for it. So just keep that as a side note here. Let's see what I wrote here. Quite the start of the month with what seems to be every major broker is having issues. There's been a big focus on cryptos alt right now. Bitcoin had a big rally. Right now, alts are kind of continuing that rally. I just entered into quite a bit of XLM and Ethereum. So I'm pretty long crypto as well. So I do want to kind of point that out. So yeah, crypto, I'm long. EV, I'm long cannabis, renewable energies. Those are really kind of hot sectors right now in general. Let's see what you guys are writing when we get caught up to speed here again. SNDL from John being called out. Yeah, there's some hot cannabis stickers. Actually, if you guys want to see my cannabis watch list, which Jeff the 420 chef really put together pretty nicely, it's right here. So these are the ones that are highlighted are a bit more of my favorite ones. GRWG, I think, is a ticker that we should all be going long at one point. But yeah, it just had such a strong run up that I feel like I kind of missed it. But you know, I should have been maybe accumulating here in the 40s. But yeah, we won't really be talking about this ticker too much. Actually, I don't think we'll be talking about it at all. So let me go through some of these tickers that I'm going to be looking at, and if you guys are curious about any one of them, we could talk a little bit more. I'm just going to kind of give you like my brief like price target and a quick like mini synopsis, because I don't want to ramble about it forever. So if you guys do have any questions, or if you're watching on playback, just throw out some comments. But yeah, this is overall my list of swing trades. So these are actually my exact entries, and this is how much I own. So if you guys do have any questions, or if you guys do want to just copy it, that's it right there. And then we'll talk about them kind of one at a time here, and some other ones as well. Definitely some other ones. So I'll try to go through this as quick as possible. It's not super long, but I do kind of want to like timestamp my thought on each one. We do talk about this pretty much on a daily basis, probably like 3 or 4 out of the 5 days we talk about swing trades in the recap, the live stream. So it's nothing like super new, but kind of good place going forward here. So VIH, this is a SPAC, VIH, which is really making some nice moves today here. This is the company that's going to be taking BAKKT public. If you guys don't know what BAKKT is, backed. It's one of the larger crypto exchanges in the US. They really do a lot of financial service. No, that's not what I want to say. They really, institutions. They really provide the platform for a crypto platform for larger institutions. So you hear backed all the time when you start reading about larger, Wall Street firms or something like that getting involved with crypto. They usually do it through back. So this is a really, really big merger that's going to be happening. I almost wanted to say IPO for a second. I got long here at $14.92. I feel like lately we've been seeing that anytime SPACs around $15, it just seems to be a very, very good entry. That's why I was buying here. We also had a little bit of support coming in. I'm looking for this ticker to really keep running. I want to see a nice move into past the 20s, past 25. I think we can get a huge run, just like QS, which came from KCAC. I think we can get one of these big runs. I'm not totally sure where I would start taking profits, but I would love to see a move on VIH over 50 before I even think about taking profits. So right now for a price target, I put 50. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's that one. BFT. We've been holding this one since around $13.95 right here in this area. We're actually up around 40% on this one, but I never ended up taking profits. I was really expecting this one to keep on running. I have a price target here of $35. But this is the SPAC that's going to be taking PaySafe Group public. PaySafe has been getting a lot of publicity. PayPal just came out that they had almost $1 trillion last year of transactions, guys. PaySafe is not so much a direct competitor to PayPal, but they're kind of moving into that kind of wallet space as well. But they do a lot of transactions for gaming platforms. That's really kind of their bread and butter at the moment. Integrated payments platform. So keep an eye out for PaySafe. I think this is going to be a really, really nice one. It has kind of like ups and downs of getting a lot of momentum, a lot of news behind it. So all these plays are kind of momentum plays, right? Even if I'm not like fundamentally believing into the company, I'll trade it, I'll swing it if it's a hot momentum pick. So yeah, I'm long this one, and I plan on being long for this one till we have break past 20 and then see how much momentum it has. All these SPACs, by the way, guys, or all these companies. I think I just forgot what I was gonna say. Momentum plays, all these are momentum picks. All of these I have like a time horizon of at least usually 2 months minimum. I won't mind holding them longer. I definitely will hold them longer, but I would give myself always like 2 months, because that way I'm not too stressed about like holding up cash or anything like that, or if the trade takes a little bit longer. I don't stress out. If I sell the next day, I sell the next day. But I always try to give myself a decent time horizon, just so I don't stress myself out too much. Obviously, QuantumScape, I was pretty happy about this company, but right now they have a lawsuit going against them. So just watch out for that. I really, really like this kind of classic Adam and Eve formation here. I was originally trying to get a fill right here, but I missed it. And then I was chasing them today. And again, I didn't get a fill. So right now I don't have a limit order out for QS. But these guys have, they're working on EV batteries. And the board is top notch on them, just filled with people from all kind of the larger car companies. But yeah, so they have a lawsuit filed here. The allegations don't seem to be too great. Senior executives made misleading statements to investors and failed to disclose that. Here are the two things. QuantumScape purported success related to its solid state battery power, battery life, and energy density, which were significantly overstated. Ooh, I can't read anymore. Long day. So that's not a good one at all. And then here, this one's potentially even worse. QuantumScape is unlikely to be able to scale its technology to a multi-layer cell necessary to power EVs. A lot of the hype around QuantumScape was for EVs. So this is pretty nasty. I reduced my price target from over 100 to 65. We'll see if I kind of adjust this one again. Also, I really wanted that kind of entry here in this area. At first, I didn't have funds available, so I didn't get the entry here. Then funds became available, but then I kind of missed the move. And I was like, it would happen right when funds became available. I think we could see, even if all these allegations are true, a big dead cat bounce, even back to the 60s or 65s. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this thing bounces off the lows very, very strongly. This bounce here was like 60%. So absolutely not surprising if this thing runs into the 60s, 65s. But there's going to be a lot of resistance right around 65. So that would be my price target for that one. 1AP Pro says, I'm not sure how important this is, but QS filed an S8. We could look at that one. I would have to look at it. I don't want to take too much time out right now, but I don't know. It's hard to say if it's going to be bad or not. It really depends, if there's going to be an offering or something like that. It could just be for employees or some share registration or something like that. But yeah, I would have to look into it a little bit more. Obviously, IPOE. So Shamath right now. I mean, you can't really read about SPACs without knowing Shamath, and he is taking the company SoFi public. So that is a brokerage house, sometimes compared to Robinhood, but they. I don't know. They do. What's the big difference between it? I can't even repeat that right now, which is kind of horrible because I was reading all about it recently. It's not coming to my head right now. If it pops up, the major difference, I'll let you guys know in a second or whenever it does. But I did go through their site. I wanted to try it out myself, but then I realized, they have very, very high fees for crypto trading. It's like 1.25% or something like that. So, just keep that in mind. And they definitely have their own things. But at the same time, SoFi, nice to see more competition in this space. And I like the fact that Chamath is behind it. And just know, there's a lot of competition in this space right now. And that is good because I've been complaining about brokers right now a lot lately, and it's good to see more competition. I mean, when Robinhood came into the space, say what you will about Robinhood, I'm not a big fan of it, and I don't use it myself. But at the same time, they brought good competition, and they basically forced all the other brokers to reduce the fees to zero. So it's an uphill battle, but slowly all this stuff is getting hopefully better and better. We'll see. So I'm definitely happy to see that there's more competition here. So we'll see how that goes. What was I talking about here? So yeah, price target here at 22.5, and if we just go back here to IPOE, so this is still the SPAC. I actually have a limit order here for in the 23s. I would like a ideal price to 22.5, but I'm not sure how much lower we're going to go. Just kind of go here to the intraday. You can kind of see it's kind of holding this area as well, but it is slowly trending lower here below VWAP. So there is a good chance it might flush below 23, and I'll probably look for an entry there and then keep riding this one past 30. That's my goal on this one. Maybe we'll even have a nice movement to the 50s. So all these I plan to hold for a while. I crossed everything out on CLOV. This is actually another Shamath SPAC right here. They had a really, really nasty article come out from Hindenburg Research, which is kind of like Citron in terms of being a fairly short-related investment firm. But, go through it on your own time. I don't want to dive into it too much today, but it wasn't exactly something that breeds confidence, let's just say. So I'm a little bit nervous on this one. At first, it was really kind of more of a Shamath play for me and also some healthcare exposure, but I don't know. I am long CLOV. We are long roughly 240 shares. We're long 240 shares at roughly $15. So today we took a pretty big hit. So even if I do think this is going to recover, which part of me does, I would probably still consider selling just so I don't lock up capital for the next 8 weeks and, just to break even or something like that. So if we see a big move into, close to 14 or above 13, I probably would consider closing out this position. I'll kind of see how I want to do it. Right now I have a limit order here at 13.26. I'm not totally sure if I'll keep it, but that's kind of my current thought, just kind of closing out this one and then maybe buying back at one point. But I don't know. We'll see for now. I know I'm not the only one a little bit nervous here on it. Let's see, GOEV. This is kind of an interesting EV play here. I really like this one. We actually ended up buying here at the perfect spot at 12 something, 12.23. So right here near the low. This was just a test. I forgot why I did this one share. Oh yeah, we did this one share because I didn't have funds available. So I just wanted to remind myself, if I had fund available, I would have bought here. And then I needed a few more days till my funds settled, and then I got actually a much better price here at the perfect low. So we're up quite a bit on this one, long at 224, 1224. I am waiting though for a move above 20, and then ideally 25 before I sell this one. So price target at 27 I have right now. Kind of an odd EV in my eyes. Let me actually mute this. They have some videos here all the time. They're kind of extremely modular EVs. They're really going down kind of more, from what it seems like, a little bit more industrial. They do have these kind of lifestyle vehicles as well with the kind of, customize it, make it your own. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be quite interesting to kind of follow up on them. I found that they just have a lot of momentum all the time behind them. A lot of news coverage, a lot of kind of interesting stuff. So it is kind of nice to swing this one because it oftentimes is in the news. So I do like that because I'm a momentum trader, right? I'm not so much as a fundamental investor. I do invest in companies long term. I have a investment portfolio, I have a dividend portfolio, I have a crypto portfolio. All that stuff I tend to want to hold everything over a year. But this swing trade portfolio is pure momentum. I'll even trade a company that I don't like, as long as it has the momentum behind it. But GOEV, I'm not saying I don't like it. It's just like I'm not fully on board with it yet. But that's totally fine. HYLN, here we go. You guys all know HYLN, I feel like at this point. I've been talking about this company for quite some time. Kind of reminds me of Nikola, the company. I like the fact that it has a lot of support here. I've been waiting for a move back above 20 and then selling it as we kind of come to these former support zones, which are going to be new resistance. That's why I was accumulating this one here in these lows. I'm long at 1706, pretty much at break even. I was up a little bit when we touched 20, but I've been constantly waiting for a move over 20. I just feel like spelling mistake here, any kind of news can just create a short squeeze or like a multi-day run, big spike up or something like that. So I'm still fairly bullish we're going to have a move over 20. I just don't know how long I have to hold for that. If we go back to NKLA, Sloppy Sally here was trading this one. This ticker, even though all the bad press on NKLA, it always has these like 100% rallies. This rally here is 130%. So I'm feeling like, if you just accumulate some of these tickers that are really hot plays near lows, sometimes you just, almost get lucky at one point. It's not really an investing strategy that I would really implement too much, but with HYLN, I just feel like it found a bit of a support here. It found a bit of a base. Now, I could be totally wrong. We could be breaking to all-time lows. Who knows what's going to happen? But I think at one point, it's going to have kind of a short squeeze or something coming out. But it's not a position I'm super stoked about. MCAC, this one, on the other hand, this is the company, the SPAC taking Playboy public. Oh yeah, free my grandma. Yeah, we're managing our trades a lot. Even with SSPK, right? This is a ticker that I wanted to hold. I didn't want to sell it, but at the same time, I was up 100%, 101%. So I sold at the high, or what I thought was a high, just to rebuy it, right? So it's the same kind of play. I just have a different kind of entry now with actually more size, more shares. So, that's a classic example of us managing it. And that's why, since these are managed swing trades, that's why it's in a Roth IRA, right? Because that's the best way to kind of utilize taxes on it. Oh, MCAC. Whew, I'm getting winded here. So MCAC is actually kind of another example of this. To me, it was really more of a momentum play. I feel like at one point there's just going to be more and more publicity on it. I know anytime a SPAC is below $15, I feel like it's just a good time to buy it. So my entry was at around 10.5, 10.39, and price target is really anything over 20. So I definitely plan on holding this one for quite a bit longer. Right now we're up, looks like around like 20% or so on this one. NBAC is a kind of an interesting one. It's a Chinese EV SPAC. They're taking this company public, NUV. And what I really like about this company is really the whole kind of EV vehicle to grid setup that they're working on, especially with the electric school buses and the charging stations. I feel like the whole entire school system, especially their buses, is just this massive waste. And I feel like any company that properly addresses school buses is going to be in a really, really nice position. So I really like that about NUVVE. I'm a little bit skeptical here with NBAC, especially as a Chinese company. They're always like a little bit more tough to kind of put your finger on what's going to happen. But the U.S. exchanges are creating a lot more requirements from them. So that should be good. There should be more transparency, but at the same time, they could also just, decide to leave or something like that. So it's a little bit more risky, I feel like, this ticker. But I do like the whole charging stations, school systems, EV buses. I think it's a great industry that needs disrupting. So that's pretty exciting there. This is one of those classic ones I really want to see it kind of succeed here. SSPK. I mean, we've already talked about this ticker so many times. I plan on holding this one much longer. I'm probably not going to talk about it again, but yeah, Wheatmaps company, Silver Spike Acquisition Corp, is taking Wheatmaps public. Yeah. That's it right now. So I'm looking for that high, break the new high. It might have some issues here. It might easily sell off again. So I don't know. Sometimes I think, like, is it good if we just manage this position again? Because I feel like this was a nice bounce. I'm a little nervous it's a dead cat bounce. So I don't know. Sometimes I definitely get a little bit nervous here with this ticker. It could be something we want to manage. So if I did, consider managing this one, I'd be looking, I don't know if we're going to get, the volume is so light here right now. I doubt it's going to have another move here, but I wouldn't mind freeing up more capital. I mean, there's tons of plays that do make me kind of excited. So 20, I don't know where I would put it. Probably at like 22. It's tough. I don't know if we're going to even break 23 or so, but we could put a sell limit order here for now, and then I'll let you guys know what I will do with it. I don't necessarily plan to sell here, but I do want to kind of think about this one a little bit more. So I'll leave this sell order here. I'll think about it more today and tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know what I do decide to do with it. Also, a big thing is SSPK is actually one of my biggest holdings right now, so I need to actually leverage that a little bit. Not that I'm long with any leverage or something like that, but I'm just long this ticker a little bit too much in general, so I do need to kind of shave some of that size off here. So yeah, I do want to just kind of remind myself, put a sell limit order there. THBR, Mike's coming out with some recommendations here on his top SPACs: QELL, DCRB, VCVCZ, and TE. Nice. Actually, what I always do is I just kind of copy all when you guys let me know about other positions and stuff like that, and then I would do my research, and then oftentimes I'll throw it on there myself. So let's see, let's talk about THBR and then ISUN, and then we'll pretty much wrap up, maybe answer some questions, and let me know as well, guys. This is the first time we're doing a recap with kind of like a little bit of forecasting. If you guys enjoy that, let me know. This is a little bit different. So, you know, keep me posted. What do you guys think? Where was I? Oh, yeah, THBR. This is a USA SPAC again, and they are taking an indie semiconductor public. Let's go back to THBR here. Nice. Okay, good to hear. Thanks, Young Mo. All right, good to hear, JC. THBR actually had a huge sell-off recently. I wanted to buy more on this one, but we didn't have like more funds available. It tends to be the common problem. At one point, we're pretty much dividing this portfolio up right now with like always 10 positions. So right now I'm fully allocated. But at one point I feel like I want to make it 20 positions and always have kind of like a little bit of wiggle room so I can just buy a bit more. Or just always have kind of a little bit of cash on the side available because I feel like we're missing constantly some really good entries. Looking for this one, I wanted to do a little bit more accumulation like I said here, but I didn't get it. So I think any entry below 12 right now would be killer. I'm long at 12.57, not a big position size, but you know, price target, I would like to see this one move, get some momentum behind it, move above 15, and then ideally sell into the 20s. We'll see how this one goes. And then ISUN, this was actually called out recently, Canadian solar company. Again, like I said in the beginning of this video, guys, with the whole Biden administration, EVs, renewables, I mean, this is a huge play right now that I would not underestimate. So this company is building charging stations all over the place. 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations, absolutely insane. So, you know, I think this is going to get a lot of coverage. We've been seeing this ticker kind of pop up every now and then. So I do like, I'm actually not long this company. But this is one of those, you know, if I closed SSPK, I can allocate a little bit more cash to, you know, this trade. I can allocate more cash to THBR and so on. So I had a great run here, finding a little bit of a rounded bottom, and now it's, you know, trending back to the upside. So it looks really, really good. And I wouldn't be surprised if it, you know, started making a little bit of a cup and handle and had a good little rally from here. So ISUN, I think, is definitely a nice play. I think any sort of entry around 20 would be good. And I think, you know, we might have at least a double top at the minimum, and then most likely a break of that. And, you know, then you could probably sell in 35s, 37s, maybe in the 40s or something like that. So I think ISUN is a pretty good pick as well. Whew! All right, I need to take a breather. Let me see if you guys have any questions. We'll wrap up pretty soon here. PLTR, always somebody wants me to look at it. I'm not really long PLTR anymore. It looks like we were looking at it on this pullback here. Looks like it had a bit of a pullback, but it was a fake out and it didn't have a continuation here. This is actually a very scary sign. I'd be very nervous here below the 9 EMA. There's a good chance it might not have that momentum anymore. This is, yeah, I could see a little bit longer consolidation, but I'm not long PLTR. I feel like the upside or the possible downside, the risk reward is just not as nice as I would want. But, you know, I oftentimes miss runners. Sometimes I'm way too conservative. So if this goes to like 50, 60, 100, like there's a good chance, right? PLTR is a meme. Yeah. NOK. Nokia. I've talked about this one before. I'm not very bullish on this one. I think it's going to keep selling off here. Big failed spike with a lot of back holders in my eyes. All right, guys, I'll be wrapping up here in a second. Gotta stretch. Don't forget, on every stream we talk about all these tickers, usually starting about 10:30. Tomorrow we're going to be streaming normal time till 11 a.m. So, and also remember, throw in any questions or any tickers, especially swing trades in the Discord, guys. If you guys are not part of the Discord, Definitely go ahead and check it out. Here we can go tradejournal.co/connect. We have the Discord group. Where is that? Actually, let me zoom out here a little bit. We got the Discord group right here in the Foundation video series if you want to get caught up to everything we do here. I see you guys calling out a lot of tickers right now. But we're actually going to, let's go ahead and wrap up. I'm exhausted. It's a long day here. I will definitely, I always do. I always write down all these tickers and then I check them out, and then we'll definitely talk about them tomorrow. And don't forget, like, if do your own due diligence, write it in the Discord, and we all talk about, you know, the tickers that are discussed there all the time. So that's a great place to kind of get some community feedback really quickly. Also, the tickers you guys are calling out, I don't really have feedback on at the moment. I'm just looking through the tickers and don't really have feedback. Whew. All right, so I hope tomorrow is going to be another good day. Friday's not usually my best day, but if the market kind of presents itself, I'm going to definitely try to get aggressive. Otherwise, I'll be happy just not having a red day tomorrow. I'm pretty excited just for that alone. This has been such a disaster first week of February. So, just getting green, getting on the right track is all I'm trying to do right now. Calm and collected, guys, like always. All right, guys, don't forget to drop a like on the way out. I really do appreciate that. Easiest way to support the channel. I will see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. I'm out. Going to crack a wine or something. I need to do a little bit of chili vanilli. John says that 800 mistake was rough. It was so rough. Oh, it was a disaster. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care. Don't forget to join the Discord.